Good day and welcome to Matters of the Soul. My name is Erich Skuman. We are talking about worrying and trying to figure out how to break that worry habit. You know, if we want to see what is really keeping us in the worrying cycle and why it is so hard to stop worrying, we need to go and have a look at our beliefs. Cognitive therapy talks about thoughts that we have in our mind and underlying beliefs. Now we have negative and positive thoughts that we hold about worrying. We may believe that constant worrying is harmful, or that it might affect our physical health, or that it is wrong. And we might also be afraid that we will lose control and not be able to stop worrying. Or we might believe that worrying helps us to avoid bad things and prevents problems and prepares us for the worst, or even leads to solutions. You know, we might think that if we have worries and we just keep on thinking a little bit longer about them, that we might figure out what to do. Or we might even have a sense of responsibility and think that we must find an answer to this. On a spiritual level, we can sometimes keep worrying and because we don't really know God and we don't know how His character is and what He promises us. We might not even trust God really. Since we struggle with worry, it is rather that we have worrying thoughts. Francis Chan would say worry implies that we don't quite trust that God is big enough, powerful enough, or loving enough to take care of what's happening in our lives. You know, when we don't have a track record with God, then we might get stuck, that we do not really know and have evidence in our own lives that we've seen His faithfulness. But that is where we start our relationship with Him, and that we build and say, Lord, please help me to trust You, and help me to trust You with small things, and to start trusting You, and to remember where You've been faithful. The Word of God has lots of promises and lots of examples of the faithfulness of God, but He wants to show that to you personally. You might even have some unhealed wounds in your past that you're struggling with, that might be preventing you from trusting Him completely. You can go and confess those to the Lord and ask Him for the faith and the healing that you need to really get through that, and to work on your unbelief and to build a faith and a trust in God. So it's about a relationship with Him on a day-by-day basis, where you trust Him with things and where you walk in a relationship of surrender and asking Him to help you with that, because trusting in Him is something that forms over time as well. But it also starts off with a choice. So may the Lord bless you as you go and try and figure out this week, what are you believing about worrying, and asking God to help you to start to trust Him and to remember the faithfulness of Him in your life. May God bless you. Until next time, this was Erich Skuman from Matters of the Soul. Goodbye.